Welcome to Whiskey Oval _TV. Flat Out Sim Series Sunday night 410 sprint cars at Cedar Lake. Qualifying is underway, just about to get wrapped up. Clayton Tilley, it's a man that's on top of the charts as of right now. Mason Hennigan is there in second. Troy Wagaman Jr. third, and Kevin Coming Lovelies back there in fourth. 13, 14, 15 car filled. 13 cars qualified here at Cedar Lake Speedway. Hey man, absolute fun track this is. A lot of guys are starting to get burnt out of this track, but I absolutely love it. I'm a big fan of this track. As heat race number 1 is already upon us, getting ready to kick off. Should only be about 2 heat races. And then we're going straight to the Mac Daddy Show, to the A main. So we'll see what happens. You guys like to join this series? Put your skills up to the test. Flat Out Sim Series, go check them out on Facebook. Just shared their post earlier this afternoon about this race. So go over there to my page and click on their name. Send them a message. Fun series, good series. Pro drivers in this as well. So here we go with the grid for heat race and number 1, the man from down under. Clayton Tilley, Momentum Sim Sport, and man, what a graphics that he has on that machine tonight. Outside of him is going to be Troy Wagaman Jr., Max. Back there in third place, Joshua 4th, David 5th, Rusty, Swindell Speed Lab Esports driver. Back there in 6th spot, Dakota Coon, 7th, and Daniel rounding out the field. Music off, engine volumes up. We'll shake and bake. See how the dominoes fall. Here in heat race number 1. Caution laps don't count. 410 sprints, man. Absolute blast. I just can't drive them. Can't drive them to save my life. Clayton Tilley rocking the all green. Wagaman Jr. on the outside. All white and blue. And getting it ready to rock and roll. Clayton. Troy, front row, waiting for the green flag, and the green flag is out. We're going to shimmy a shot down into turn 1. Wheel to wheel action. Here comes Max. He's going to try to put some pressure on. Come out of turn 4. But give that to Clayton Tilley as he leads a lap in number 1. He chooses the outside line, and Max, he's going to choose that bottom line. He's staying dedicated to it, and he may try to slide jump for the lead to the line. Give that one to Max as he leads a lap number 2. Still riding on board with the man that qualified in first place. But here comes Joshua now in the mix in that chrome orange machine. Exact same paint scheme as his teammate there in the number 51 car. Jump right inside of their visor cam and see exactly what these drivers have to see. Momentum Sim Sport is on that front wing of his as those two cars had to check up for each other. And here comes Joshua Walton, still ripping the lip right along the cushion halfway through this heat race. Dakota Coon, he's trying. He dives it down to the bottom side now. He's going to put some pressure on to Troy Wagaman Jr. coming around turns 3, working themselves off of turn 4, clicking off another lap. And they may have just made contact right there. Battling it out for the 4th spot is what we're riding on board with. With 2 laps to go, Dakota Coon, John Deere Tractor Green, as he falls behind, and now he's going to be there in 5th place. Going to try and reel him back in, but back up front we go. Tilley still leading at Max there in 2nd. And Joshua back there in 3rd as a white. The flag is going away as he just hits the outside wall, and he's out of this park. Can he get back inside the park, though? As he flips on over. The checkered flag is waving after 10 laps. Clayton Tilley, Max Stauber and Troy Wagman Jr. Top 3, Dakota Kuhn 4th. Man, tough break for Joshua Walton, man. Rounding out the top 5, in the top 5 all night long. Goes to the outside in turn number 1. Didn't end up very well. Heat to race number 2. Coming at us, should be the last heat race as well. And here's a grid for Flat Out Sim Series. Mason Hannigan starting on pole. That number 1 machine, the driver out of Indiana. Kevin Lovely is the man up north. Number 18. Second row inside is going to be David Diller. Outside of him is going to be Larry Moody. Brad, 5th. Paul, 6th. Cody. Rounding out the field, he has a little bit of work to do. Track's still very tacky though. A little bit of burnt in though. See the shininess around this track. Stack them up, pack them up, and we're going green flag racing for heat race number 2. Mason Hennigan is going to shoot out of a cannon down to the bottom side, and he's going to get a very good run off of turn 2, down the backstretch into turn 3. And he's looking very strong already early parts in this race. I'll throw the gap up as he already has a half a second lead. But here we go with some side-by-side battle. Number 18, the man from Canada, the driver out of Canada. He's going to try and make it 3 wide. With David Diller on the outside, and David's going to power his way to the outside and hold on to second place. 18. And Larry Moody, they're going after throw him some haymakers. Swapping for the lead, and we got a new race leader in heat race number 2. Halfway point. David Diller to the point of Mason Hennigan. He's going to be all over his gas back tank of his gas tank as they both just select the outside wall in turns 1 and 2, down into turns 3, and then they choose the inside. Something keep in mind, there are 2 different lines in 2 different corners, and Hennigan touches the outside wall, but he's able to save it. Can Kevin get to the inside of him, throw the slide job? And he's going to try it. Mason Hennigan sees it, crossover. And Larry Moody was almost to the inside of Hennigan there as he did the crossover. And Larry Moody's front end was almost there. He had to check out of it, but some wheel-to-wheel action down into turn 3. And David Diller is leading this pack of Hungry Hounds with 2 laps to go here at Cedar Lake Speedway. And Kevin is going to power himself on the outside. Down the backstretch they go. Mason Hennigan is going to switch his line up just a little bit, see if he can find some more speed. And wow, he did find some more speed. White, the flag is out. And then the race is on here for second place. Hennigan's going to try that line one more time as he taps the outside wall. Kevin's going to grab second to the line. And Mason Hennigan is going to finish in third. Kevin second, and David is going to finish first place. Larry Moody fourth. And there's the heat race 2 results. Larry Moody 4th, Brad 5th, Paul, and then Cody. A rounded field. As warm-up is already underway, and we're going to shake and bake for the A main. Quick heat races. That heat race number 2, it was a blast, though. That was fun to watch, man. And Hennigan, he switched up his line in turns 3 after he fell back to third place, and goodness gracious, he may have showed his cards a little bit early here for the Mac Daddy show that's about to come up here at Cedar Lake. 410 sprint cars. Absolutely a blast to drive. On selected tracks, though, man. Only on selected tracks. They're a blast to drive, and they're going to advance the warm-up session as I about to start rambling on. So 15-car field is what they'll have here for the Mac Daddy Show. And let's do it. Let's go through the grid for the A Main Flat Out Sim Series. The man that started on pole for Momentum Sim Sport. Number 51, Clayton Tilley. Outside of him is going to be David Diller. Number 7 machine, Max from Ohio. The number 5 car. Inside of second row, Kevin is going to start the second row outside. Third row inside is going to be Troy from Pennsylvania, number 19 machine. On the outside of him, Mason Hennigan. 7th place, Dakota Kuhn. 8th place, Larry Moody. 9th place is going to be Daniel, and Brad is be back there in 10th place. Rusty, 11th. Paul is going to be 12th place. 13th is going to be David Flick, Cody Olson, and Joshua Walton. Rounding out the field. $35 a lapper. Caution laps do not count, so it'll be a true 35 lapper. As a caution, lights on the pace truck is off. We're going to do a little bit of green, a flag racing. With some 410 sprints, it's going to be a blast. Very high I ratings in this room. Couple pro drivers in this room. We'll see how the dominoes fall after 35 laps around this small track. Switch on spotter view. And green, a flag is loud, and let's shimmy a shive down into turn 1. To the point is Clayton Tilley. He's going to try to hold on to it. We was 3 wide, 2 rows deep on lap number 1. This number 55 machine has looked strong all night long. Looked very strong there in his heat race. Can he hold on to it as Mason Hannigan and David just made contact there in turns 3. Working themselves down off of turn 4 and down the front stretch into turn 1 and 2 now. Kevin is still holding on to second place. Mason Hannigan back here in third. And David is ripping the lip there in that number 9 machine. As he is now moved up another spot into third place, and Hannigan fell back 1. Max back here rounding out the top 5 with Troy Wagman Jr. all over his back gas tank, though. That's a breakdown at the field as of right now, but riding on with Troy Wagman Jr. looking straight out of his visor cam. We'll see what he has to see. Off of turn 4 they go. And man, I would absolutely love to see a full green flag run with only 14 cars here at Cedar Lake as we have side-by-side battle all the way around this racetrack. The gap is up. Clayton Tilley, a 1.3 a second lead over the back. And Kevin has fell back to third place as of right now. Held on to second for 10 laps. And finally lost it as now the number 9 machine hits the outside wall. The guy that was able to get around Kevin for second place. Then we have a car upside down as well. What a tough break. And I got the replay right here. We'll see exactly what happened. The old flag came out. Man, stuff was happening all in front of those guys. We'll try this view. PB number 3. Down the backstretch into turn 3. Oh, man, Troy Wagman Jr. just gets... No, sorry, that's Rusty. Driver for Swindell Speed Lab. Made a little bit of contact down the backstretch, and he's flipped there on his side. And that was David Diller that hit the outside wall. Number 7 there on the scoring tower, but number 9 on that top wing. He was running in second place. Very strong. Back under green of flat conditions we go. Let's shimmy a shive down into turn 1. Driver spun around 360 there on the backstretch. Green flag is still going to wave though. Racing cautions. Tilley's still to the point. Hannigan has worked himself up to second, but don't count out this number 18 machine of Kevin. To the inner side of Hannigan. Can he hold on? Fell just a slight bit short. And now Troy and Brad are going at it. And look at this wad of cars right here. Battle for second place as well. With 18 of Kevin Lovey's and Max. They're in fourth place. Jumping through the visor cam of Brad. Down the backstretch he goes, and man, best seat in the house is right here as he has a car to the inside. He may have tapped the outside wall once or twice, but he is holding on to that fifth place, the best he can. And this track, it looks like it has absolutely no grip to it. And with these cars, with all this horsepower that the 410 produces, you better hold on to it. Hard charger unofficially is going to be Brad Lamberson. Man, that was just looking out of the visor cam of. He's moved up 5 spots since the initial green flag. Started back in 10th place. It's up to 5th. And Troy's going to try to put some pressure to him there on the outside. As Brad Lamberson went down to the bottom side, and that may have cost him a little bit of time as he hits those white tires and got a little bit tight. But back up front we go though. Clayton Tilley has a ginormous lead here at Cedar Lake Speedway. Over halfway point. 2.2, a second lead, clicking off another lap. Can Mason Hannigan, can he run him down? Or the lap's gonna wind down a little bit too quick for him. Last lap times are up there on our screen. And Clayton Tilley, man, he is absolutely on rails here tonight. As they click off another lap, yellow flag is gonna wave. Clayton Tilley ran a back-to-back 13.0, and Hannigan ran a 13.2 back-to-back. That's definitely not what the leader wanted to see. Only our second yellow flag of the night comes out here late into the AMA, and we're on board with Dakota Kuhn. Gene tries to squeeze that machine to the outside of the number 58 of David Flick, but that gap closed up really quick on him. We'll watch it again through the visor. Turns 1 and 2, or sorry, turns 3 and 4 right here. Coming off of 4, and the gap just closed up on him. Then had the buddy of the wall. Back to live mode, back to race mode we go. what a tough break for both those drivers. And a little bit of good racing luck for Hannigan back there in second place as we have a car spinning 360s. We have 5 cars in this race. And a huge pileup down into turn 1. With Kevin Loveys in it. Running very strong. Joshua Walton is in it. As his car looks a little bit bent up there on the front end. And now the third caution has came out. Here we go with the replay. David Diller back there, the number 7 machine, and man, they got tangled up front there for second place. Goodness gracious, some hard hits right there. Live mode back to race mode, 10 laps to go. Stacked up, packed up, green, a flag is out, and we're already back to racing. Can Tilley hold on to her? Can Mason Hannigan have anything to say? Slide a job for the lead, and 9 laps to go, and we have a new race leader. But will that hold on? Clayton Tilley, he's going to repay the favor. Hannigan sees it coming, crossover down the backstretch. Working themselves into turn 3 now, coming off of turn 4. Tilley, he was a man of the race. And here we go. He gets caught up. Then they almost locked wheels. Clayton and Max, they were wheel to wheel, and they're still wheel to wheel down the backstretch. Remember, Tilley, he had a huge lead, over a 2-second lead, and was running 2/10 quicker than Hannigan those last 2 laps before that last caution flag came out. With only 6 laps to go, and here he goes. Slide job once again for the lead. 5 laps to go. Could not hold on to it. Hannigan back up to the high side. Tilley's working that bottom side down the backstretch into turn 3. They both go and choose that high side now. What a race we have right here. Sliding job again. Just cannot get that car to get a run down this front straightaway. Hannigan sees him coming, keeps doesn't crossover, and Max has the best seat in the house right now. Here in third place, he definitely wants to move up 2 spots though, with 3 laps to go as he just taps the outside wall. Tilley with the slide job leaders, they make contact 3 wide. And we have a race on our hands. And Clayton, he got the short end of the stick on that one. Back there in third place, but here comes Troy Wagman Jr. out of absolutely nowhere. Now he's up into the top 3. White flag is going out. Mason Hannigan's in the lead. Can he hold on to it? To the checkered flag. Yes, he does. And what a race he put on here tonight. Max there in second, Clayton Tilley, third place. Late race cautions hurt this driver in this number 51 car and helped this number 1 machine. And then Max, man, we was riding on board with him. Best seat in the house back there in third place with about 5 laps to go. And he put his foot in it and kept it. Kept it in it. Try to make it 3 wide. May have hit tires there with his teammates. I don't know though. We'll see if we can get some interviews, see exactly what happened. Man, what a race that was. That was absolutely fun, man. A lot of green flag runs, 35 laps, only three caution flags. Clayton Tilley had a 2-point-something second lead over Hannigan. Caution comes out with 10 laps to go, and goodness gracious, man. Drama built up. Two teammates got into each other. We'll see if we can talk to our race winner, Mason. Maybe not. Maybe on my side. Hey, Mason, can you hear me? Yeah, I think it's on my side. TeamSpeak. So my apology, guys. I won't be able to do the interviews. Completely my fault. Mason Hannigan. He's going to be a race winner, though. Here's a feature results up there on your screen. Mason, Max, Clayton, Troy, and Brad, top 5. Daniels is going to be in 6th place. Larry Moody, 7th. Paul back there in 8th. Kevin and David Flick rounding out the top 10. Joshua, Dakota Kuhn, David Rusty, and Cody Olson rounding out the field. Quick night of racing here at Cedar Lake Speedway for the Flat Out Sim Series. If you guys like to join this season or this league, check them out on Facebook.